Let's take a moment to talk about white mulberry, its history, and why it's a problem plant in Iowa today. The white mulberry, or Morus Alba, found its way to the States sometime in the late 1800s or early 1900s in an attempt to establish a silk trade here. This plant is the main food source of silkworms, and the plant itself actually does really well here, a little bit too well. As the plant began to escape cultivation, it began to integrate itself with the landscape, as all plants do. In the Midwest, however, this plant poses a unique threat because it outcompetes our own native red mulberry plant. Because of this unique issue, it's important that when you go foraging for invasive mulberry, that you are gathering white mulberry, not red mulberry. The leaves of both species can be vastly different in shape, even on the same branch. Typically, they exist on a sort of spectrum between this shape and this shape. The leaf shape is a good way to tell if you're looking at a mulberry in general, but we'll have to look a little bit closer to tell if it's a red or white mulberry. The easiest way to tell them apart is by the texture of the leaf. White mulberry is glossy in the light and has a mostly smooth surface, while red mulberry is matte and almost feels like sandpaper or a cat's tongue if you touch it. This brings us to another complication of harvesting the plant. They form hybrids quite easily, so if you come across a glossy mulberry that's rough to the touch, or a matte mulberry that's smooth, this might suggest that you've located a hybrid. I personally avoid harvesting these hybrids unless their traits lean very heavily towards the smooth gloss of a white mulberry. The most important thing about foraging a species like this is that you move on if you aren't 100% sure with your identification, otherwise you risk doing more harm than good.